Hold up, little buddy, what is you doing? Finna go hard, hard, hard. Ice on my neck, ice on my wrist, that for the squad.
What it do, what's up, y'all? It's your boy Elijah James from Elijah James TV, and today I'm bringing y'all another NFL breakdown. We in week 12. It's getting real good now. We in week 12 of the NFL season, and this week we'll be taking a look at the Kansas City Chiefs taking on the Indianapolis Colts in a very, very important AFC matchup. This is a gotta-have-it game for both of these squads. We got the Kansas City Chiefs right now. They are 5-5. Whoever thought we would have been saying that the Kansas City Chiefs are 5-5 right now, especially what they've been doing. But the Kansas City Chiefs, they are 5-5 right now. And to be honest, if they don't win this game, they might be out of the playoff picture. On the other side, we got the Indianapolis Colts, who has been rolling this season. They are 8-2. Whoever thought would have been saying that. The Colts not too long ago was trash, but they really need this game to really prove to people that they are really one of them ones. Like, the Colts has kind of been that, all right, y'all playing good, but the drop off is gonna happen soon, so we're gonna see. But as always, before we get into the video, make sure that y'all like this video, make sure that y'all comment and subscribe to the channel, and let's go ahead and get into this breakdown. I'm gonna make it real short and sweet. The Indianapolis Colts, they're coming off of a bye week after they just beat the Atlanta Falcons over in Germany with the final score of 31-25 in overtime. And that was one hell of a game. Like, if you didn't watch that game, I highly suggest that you go back and watch that game because that was a classic. Yeah, the Colts, they're on top of the AFC South. Their playoff position is kind of locked at this point, to be truly honest with you. So we're just going to see how the rest of the season plays out. But like I said, this game will really tell people if the Colts are for real. So first, I'm going to start with the offensive side of the ball. Daniel Jones, he has been balling out. He's been playing great. Like, everybody has kind of been waiting for him to fall off at some point in the season. He's had his moments where he's been looking a little iffy, but for the most part, he has been running this offense great. He's been keeping it afloat. He's been distributing the ball and not putting the ball in harm's way. But the real key to this offense is running back Jonathan Taylor. If I'm gonna be completely honest, I think he needs Saquon Barkley treatment, like how the way Saquon was getting treated last year. This man has been running all over defenses. In that Falcons game, I believe he had 3 touchdowns and over 200 yards. You can't do nothing to stop him. Jonathan Taylor has been running the ball effectively. That opens things up for the passing game. You bring out the play action, so on and so forth. You know how it works. So this offensive line, I believe, has been pretty formidable as of late with this season. They've seen, you know, some up and down defenses. They played the Broncos, where I think they did okay. Overall, I think this offense is pretty solid. They can put up points. They can run the ball. Their time of possession is good. They got quality receivers. They got Michael Pittman Jr. They got Alec Pierce. They got Tyler Warren, who's kind of been that gadget guy for them as well. So they have a multifaceted offense, and that could hit you either with the deep ball, they could get you with the mid-pass game, and obviously they can run the ball down your throat. So it's kind of a pick your poison thing. This is where I get a little bit worried. So the defense, I believe, is a pretty good defense, but in the past like 3 weeks, we have seen some holes. Like, they can be had in the passing game. In the Falcons game, I don't know how many yards Michael Penix had, but they was able to move the ball downfield. And let's keep in mind, this is the same Atlanta Falcons that just lost to the Carolina Panthers. I do not like that for the Colts at all. But the defense can do the job for the most part. You got your vets. You got DeForest Buckner on that D-line. They now have Sauce Gardner in the secondary, which can, you know, shut down your #1 receiver. He's still getting into it because he just got there, but it's Sauce Gardner. I think he's going to be okay. But this defense overall, I don't want to say it's like but, you know, it's a decent defense. It can hold you up as long as the offense is putting up points. So now let's go ahead and get over to the Kansas City side, where it has been a roller coaster of a season. Like, nobody would have ever thought, if you would have told me 12 weeks ago that the Kansas City Chiefs would be 5-5 at this point in the season, I would have laughed at you and been like, you out your damn mind. That's exactly where we at. Patrick Mahomes, although they are 5-5, in my personal opinion, I think Patrick Mahomes has been doing everything in his power to keep these games close and to keep this offense flowing. But I don't know what's been going on. I feel like this offense has kind of been like sputtering a little bit. They just got back Rashee Rice, who was on a suspension. He's been back for the past 2 or 3 weeks now, so he's still getting comfortable with the offense. Travis Kelce has kind of been MIA. We finally seen Travis Kelce sighting in the Denver Bronco game, so he's finally coming back, I guess. But I really do want to give my props to Patrick Mahomes because he has really been keeping his team afloat from an offensive standpoint. The run game has been iffy between Pacheco and Jamal Charles. They're averaging like 2 or 3 yards a carry, not really doing too much. So I say all that to say that a lot of this offensive responsibility has been relying on Patrick Mahomes. But you do have Andy Reid at coach, who I believe is one of the best coaches in the league. So that does help. I think that's a big advantage. When it comes to this O-line, I think the O-line has actually been pretty good with all things considered. Like I said, they just played the Denver Broncos last week, and I think the Denver Broncos has probably easily top 3 defense in the league for sure. They were able to hold them up. In that Chiefs-Broncos game, I did notice when Kansas City did try to score, they were held to a lot of field goals, but Denver Broncos has one of the best red zone defenses in the league. I think if you were to able to swap that out with the Indianapolis Colts, we may be able to see some more points being put onto the board instead of it just being 3 points with a field goal. It's going to be a really interesting matchup. So as for the defense though, defense has been real up and down this season. One week they look like the Kansas City defense of last year, and then other times they look trash. But I will say in the past 2 weeks, it has looked like this defense has started to wake up just a little bit. Although they have lost in some of these games, I've been seeing flashes. Chris Jones is finally getting to the quarterback. You got playmakers like James Conner. You got Karlaftis that's making plays as well. They've always had players all around their defense. It's just a matter of making timely plays. The only thing that does scare me a little bit is that Kansas City's run defense hasn't been the best. And like I said, you got Jonathan Taylor coming to you, and I think he's right now the best running back in the league. As for the passing, I don't think the passing is necessarily going to be an issue, but if you can't stop the run, then it's going to be really hard to stop the pass. So they really need to find a way to shut down Jonathan Taylor some way, shape, or form. So to pretty much get into the breakdown of the game after going over what both teams bring to the table, this needs to be a bounce back game for Kansas City. They do need this win if they even want to think about having a chance of making the playoffs, and this is against a good quality opponent to see if they even belong, because it could go one of either two ways. The Colts can come out and just beat the shit out of them and that's it, or the Kansas City Chiefs could come out and win this in a close game. On top of that, they are playing in Arrowhead Stadium, which has historically been one of the tougher stadiums to play, especially in like recent memory with Kansas City, Patrick Mahomes, Taylor Swift. And then the Colts, they just need to keep racking up wins to maintain their spots. The Jacksonville Jaguars, they got a big matchup with them in the beginning of December. So if they want to maintain their #1 seed right now in the AFC, I think they just need to keep racking up wins. And like I said, this is the perfect test to see if they are for real. If you want my honest prediction, I believe that this is a game where we see the Kansas City Chiefs finally look like the Kansas City Chiefs. This is a must-have it game. They're 5-5. If they lose this game, they don't make it to the postseason. And I don't believe that's something that Patrick Mahomes and Andy Reid and Spagnuolo can live with, especially given the talent that they do have around them. There's not that much of a difference between this team this season and the team that was just in the Super Bowl. They need to make it happen some way, somehow. If the Colts run it all down their throat, that might be all she wrote. But I don't think that's going to happen. I think the defense is going to adjust. I think they're going to be ready for the run because they do have the D-line to stop Jonathan Taylor. But it's going to be really hard because Jonathan Taylor is a great running back. Like I said, best in the league right now. But if they shut that down and make it to where Daniel Jones has to beat them, I think they have a really high chance of winning this game because, as I said, I think Daniel Jones has been playing good football. Do not get me wrong, but I think he's been a game manager. There's never been a game where it's like, Daniel Jones, we need you to win this game. And I think if they put the Indianapolis Colts in that type of position to where they have to have Daniel Jones win them the game, I don't think it's going to go well. So what do I think for a final score prediction? Like I said, this could be either an Indianapolis Colts beatdown or it's going to be Kansas City by like a touchdown or something. So if I had to put a number on it, I think some points are definitely going to be put up. Both defenses have been struggling a little bit, but the Colts' pass defense has kind of been vulnerable, and Patrick Mahomes has been playing good. So I could see the Chiefs putting up 24. Jonathan Taylor, he'll break a couple of times and they'll be able to put up some points. I can see them putting up like about 27 points. So final score prediction, I think it's going to be 34-27 Kansas City Chiefs to keep their postseason hopes alive and move on to 6-5. Colts dropped to 8-3. To be truly honest, I don't want to say they don't need this game, but they are clearly running away with the AFC South right now. They do have the Jags are starting to creep up on them. They do have a big matchup in December, but if they lose this game, I don't think it's the end of the world. As in for the Kansas City Chiefs, they have to win this game. Either the pressure is going to make them play above their heads or the pressure is going to make them falter, and that's all she wrote. But I don't think Patrick Mahomes, Travis Kelce, Andy Reid, and all that, I don't think they're going out like that. I've seen way too much from this team in the past 3 to 5 years for me to just believe that they're gonna blow this game and not make it to the postseason. So as I said before, I think I got Kansas City winning this game in a pretty close game. I think the final score is gonna be 34-27 Chiefs. But that's gonna do it for today's breakdown, y'all. Like I said, we're gonna be trying to bring these to you every week. I appreciate y'all tuning in. The setup is finally getting to where it needs to. Shout out to my boy Steve, man. He's gonna leave his social media right here. He's the man behind all of this. I'm not gonna sit here and make it seem like I'm doing all this. I'm literally just the face. Shout out to my boy Steve. Make sure that y'all follow him on all his socials. But I appreciate y'all. UFC is rolling. We got one more big card before we move into the new year. The NFL is getting more interesting as we get closer to week 17 before we get to the playoffs. And then NBA videos are coming soon. I seen somebody said something about my background. Hey, look, man. If you want to supply me some NFL jerseys, I'll be more than happy. Wait, hold on. I got some. This is the only NFL jersey I got right now. This is the only NFL jersey I got right now. And how the way they've been playing, I'm not hanging that up as of right now. So I'm just going to keep these up. If y'all want to donate to the Elijah James TV fund so I can get some NFL jerseys, be my guest. I'll leave my cash app. Hit me up. Make sure that y'all subscribe to the channel. Make sure that y'all like this video. Leave a comment. Let me know if I don't know what I'm talking about, whatever the case may be. And please follow the Instagram at Elijah James TV. That's where we're putting up a lot of content. And we got some big things coming. So I appreciate y'all. Make sure that you check out the other content on the channel. Thank you. I'll see y'all next week with another breakdown.